This conference will now be recorded.
So we understood like how to convert structural or procedure oriented language to what object oriented, because there are multiple features supported as part of object orientation or object programming, and we have seen some of the capabilities like constructors, objects, and classes, polymorphism, inheritance, yeah, and and how to build common properties, how to build common methods, how to make use of uh, inherited or derived classes to redefine the functions or function that we define in the base class. Yeah, I think we talked about those things with what you call examples. In the sense, how are we going to perform migration of procedure oriented to object oriented? That part we have seen it with what I call practical examples. Yeah. Now the question: let us say we need to perform integration with what third-party applications. Like for example, let us say we need to talk to, let's say, IACS or Informatica Cloud, or let us say Amazon or Salesforce or uh, yeah, guys, there are some network problems I have just. So I hope you all could able to hear me, right? Yes. Yeah. So let me share my desktop. Yes. Now that we understand what I call, how are we going to integrate, let us say, from Python to third-party applications with the help of what? ChatGPT. So answer is what? By making use of OpenAI, we could able to take care of it. Yeah. So OpenAI, so it's a separate company where they offer what we call multiple APIs. So, so for example, the kind of APIs that we use to talk to Salesforce would differ from Amazon and also from some other applications. Those APIs have been taken care by OpenAI platform. So we just need to know how to make use of it in order to make our Python, which can talk to what we call any other application. That's one thing. In simple terms, we can also say that how we can talk to database. Let's start with a simple example. Can we make programming language, which is let's say Python, which can be used to talk to what database? Because database is what, let's say, separate application, and Python is what, separate application, right? And we need to make these two guys to talk to each other. So we can ask ChatGPT to build a code. Through that, we can make these two guys to talk to each other. That's one way to look at it. Yeah. So, for example, we'll just ask for ChatGPT to build a code. Through that, we can talk to database. Yeah. So let's ask for it. Yeah. So write a Python script Yeah. So to talk to, let's say, database, there are many ways to talk to database, right? Yes or no? Yeah. So one, by using network connection, and second, network API, native API, or JDBC based, whatever, right? So we can think of many ways to talk to database. Now if you look at here, so can you see here, it is trying to what, write a code by using what, SQLite module. Can you see here, we need to make sure that this particular module should be imported. That's what I was saying. These open API guys, so they have built many APIs, yeah, and those APIs, they'll have sub APIs, and then they'll collect n number of APIs and convert that to one usable form, which we call module. And which module we are using it here? SQLite, not like what we have seen just now, right? Yes or no? That's it. So that's where the first step would come in. So within that, there will be multiple methods. Can you see connect is one of the method which is derived from SQLite module. Module just like a package. This package is a collection of classes with corresponding methods. That's it. So in this case, from this, we are trying to use what? Connect method. So through that, we could able to connect to this example database. Yeah. Then we don't need to understand this. Cursor is just like a pointer from where we start what you call traversing or reading the data and execute this particular what you call DDL statement to create a table, then execute to perform data manipulation and then commit. Once you execute, right, we can commit the changes to database. Once we are done with that, we can retrieve the data. As part of retrieval, so we can traverse each row by using what, a loop, and get each row printed and close the cursor and connection. This is basic thing, guys. So that would in order to what, connect with what, database and get not only get right from create, which means we are creating a table here, sorry, using a schema, then creating a table in that schema, then insert sample data to that table which is users table like a 3 rows, then commit those rows and get the data from that particular table and traverse each row and get it printed and close the initial connections that we open here, because we opened one connection object here, one cursor object here, so both of them should be closed once you are done with our retrieval of data. That's it. So in order to get these particular operations done, so we need to install one package which we call pip install python. Py means python, SQLite is what, SQL, yeah, lightweight package that we need to download. Yeah, so that's what we need to do as part of Python. Yeah, so that's it. Next, once we are done, let us say extend or fine tune the above code for what, for MySQL database. Yeah, fine tune above code to what, MySQL database, because as we all know that the syntax that we use in Oracle that would differ from what, MySQL. So as we all know that we should always try to ask as specific question as possible. If we try to generate a generic code, so it will not work because there will be some syntactical issues from database to database. They will be varied. Now can you see, guys? So now see here the way we use this particular connection inputs, right, which is different from what we have seen in generic database, and also the specific module that we are importing here is what, MySQL connector, because our question is what, very specific to MySQL database. Now within that, within from this particular MySQL connector module, there is a method called connect, which is a common thing. See, even generic database also we have seen connect. That is common. But the number of inputs, yeah, which is quite different from what we have seen earlier. That's okay. Now cursor is same as earlier, and this execute is also same as earlier, and then inserting is also same as earlier. Some will be similar, some will be dissimilar, guys. But if you avoid making mistakes with respect to syntax and semantics, it's better to ask what do you call specific question. If you don't do that, in order to fix it, right, we need to know that syntax, or else again we need to ask question to ChatGPT to get it fixed. Remember, for example, now just now we did, right, we converted generic database code to what, specific MySQL database code. That's it. Yeah. Now, for example, let us say, see here, now we need to install another uh, package here, which is PAP is what, Python install package. Yeah. So install this one, MySQL connector for Python, right? So similarly, extend above code to what, Oracle. So extend, or so we can also ask for what, modify above code to what, Oracle database. Yeah? So modify above code to what, Oracle DB. Yeah. Let's see. See here. Here we need to import some other module which is specific to what, Oracle. Can you see here? So we need to install it, which means the kind of module that we use for Oracle that differs from MySQL. For example, in general, right, to connect to Oracle database, we have to have Oracle connector or JDBC connector. We have to have that. Similarly, MySQL connector. So they are different, right? So we have separate jar file for Oracle, separate jar file for MySQL. We all know that. Now, can you see here? If you look at this connect method also or function also, the parameters are different. In earlier case, we dealt with what, username, password, and some other two more inputs that we have seen as part of this particular what you call MySQL connector, like a host name and database, apart from username and password. But in Oracle, it is expecting what, with a DSN. Now we can also ask for question. Yeah, so extend above code, so that uses what you call Oracle native connector. Remember, so DSN means, so we need to create separate connection as part of this what you call data source name, right? Yes or no? So here section above code for native connector, still it is same only, which means chat GPT has got capability only through DSN only we can talk to what, Oracle database. Remember, so we have not got any option to perform like directly connecting to what, Oracle database, because even Python, let's say, it might not have specific native connector or related module to get the job done. They have done it through what, only DSN, which is JDBC or ODBC based what you call connection. Yes or no? So or else we can ask for what, write a Python code. See, remember we need to ask what, question with a different permutations and combinations till you arrive like what you are expecting. Remember, write a Python code to connect to Oracle database with the Oracle native connector. Yeah? So we are trying to ask what, build code from the scratch. Even now also it is generating the same thing, meaning what, whichever way you ask for it, it is giving the same result, you know. So which is through DSN only, it is trying to provide the code, which means we cannot use direct connected details to get the job done. Instead, we should create DSN offline and use the DSN in order to connect to database and get the job done. Or you can also ask, so create what you call DSN for Oracle database. It will give us like how to create a DSN. You know, so there is a TNS names dot .ora file. We all know that, right? So from code also, see, still it is using same thing. It's the same module, right? So make DSN. Here you can supply. Can you see, guys? So which means we don't need to get into this operating system to get the job done. Instead, what we are trying to do here, we are trying to create a DSN from this particular module by using make DSN function. In that we can specify the host name, port number, and service name. That's it. Then supply those things as input to this connect method where username password ds it will take, right? That's it. Only thing that we require here is what, this particular line. Yeah. So now we can ask question, embed above dsn code with what previous code. Let's see whether it's going to perform particular combination of both or not. See, guys, so this way we could able to combine multiple what you call scripts in a single script. Can you see here? Make DSN is embedded now. So we are not trying to create DSN outside what you call code. We are trying to create DSN within itself. See, we got this line. Yeah, create a DSN, use that DSN as input here. Yeah, then rest is same as earlier. There is no change. Yeah, you got right. Now what we did, so we in MySQL we got a direct way to perform this. Yeah, we can direct supply username, password, then host name, all that, right, and port number. But here there is a separate function which is make DSN. Then use that DSN as input to create a connection. Then rest is same. Start cursor, execute, all that. That will be same as earlier. There is no change. Yeah. So that's it. So this way we need to keep on what we call getting into trial and error. Or if you are sure about what you are doing, you can supply the specific question so that we could get the response. Yeah. So now we can also ask for what? Can I parameterize above code? Yeah, or parameterize above code. Yeah. So which means so user can parameterize above code. So which means while running they can supply the inputs. Can you see here? I think we talked about like how to supply the inputs from the user, and those inputs would be taken as input to this program to perform whatever database activity. Let's we supply username, password, host name, port number, service name, and query also. See here, we are trying to parameterize everything here. Yeah, and we can say that this particular code is just like a what, templatized code. Remember, which means we are not hard coding anything. Instead, we are expecting the parameters at the time of running this particular script, and then we connect it and get the job done. This connect to Oracle is a function which does rest of the operations like connect to Oracle. We can see, right? First it is creating a DSN, then creating a connection, then starting a cursor and executing a query. Because query we are going to supply from the command line. See how easy is this? We are trying to make it complete parameterized without putting what much effort. Yeah. So extend the above code. See here, now we are trying to extend the above code by supplying supplying the parameters from a file. Yeah. So file means, so if someone can modify it or someone can add new entries, whatever, right? So then what it should do, it should read what you call parameters from a file and then get the job done. Look at here, guys. See here. So which means what, file is just like a dynamic, right? So we can just open a file and then start adding or modifying, then run this. This will take care. See here, read connection parameters. We supply the file name as input. Only file name will supply as part of execution of Python script. Once you supply, the rest all will be obtained from this particular file with the parameter username, password, host, port number, service name, and query. Yeah. So that's it. Query also we can supply from user. Even query also we can also put it as part of what file. Yeah, if you want it. But for now, it's asking as part of what we call input. That's it, guys. So this way we could able to parameterize things. Yeah. See, how did you what do you call generated code right from what, generic DB connection, MySQL specific, Oracle specific. Then Oracle is expecting DSN to be created outside. That also we could able to avoid by embedding multiple parts of a code like make DSN connect all that. Then after that we could able to what you call supply the parameters from the command line. Then we can also supply what you call inputs through file. See here, how easy is this? File means anybody can modify. You can just get that file, place it wherever you want, and then supply that file name as input as part of execution of this particular script. Yeah. So this way we can fine tune, guys. So yeah. So let's say extend above code which works for what, which works for MySQL database. So here now we fine tune for what, Oracle database, right? Similar concept. We wanted it for what, MySQL. Yeah. See here. So now this what lines of code is same as what we discussed with Oracle file-based operations, right? Like reading a file and start reading the number of lines, and each line is associated to username, password, database, whatever. Then once you supply, then supply the query so that we could able to get the result of what we expect. Yes or no, guys? Can we try to do it practically? First, let me see whether MySQL is ready or not. I don't know. Let me see. MySQL installed, but we need to see. Yes, so we need to start it. Yeah. So we are starting service. Yes or no? But prerequisite to perform this particular MySQL operations, right? We need to install what, MySQL connector. Yes or no? Yeah. So that is mandatory, right? So for that we can just go to CMD and see we have got PIP or not. Yeah. So PIP is not recognized. So wherever there's a PIP, right, we can just get in there. Yeah. So here we have got Python, right? So we can just go to that location. So yes, let's get that path. Yeah. Yes. So let's say we have CMD, yeah, and then go to that location, yeah, which is Python whatever, right? So now we can just okay, fine, we can use dir. Now do we have pip here? We need to see. If not, we need to install it, guys, nothing else. Yeah. So once you install, we could able to install a package. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. So let us download pip. Yeah. So download pip. Yeah. Here also you can ask, it will give us the link where to download, right? See here, install packages. Yeah. So official release here, so you can just copy and paste. Yeah. Get in here, paste it. Okay. So can you see here, guys? So we got multiple packages. Yeah. So whatever you want, you can just get it installed. Yeah. Python pip install. Can you see here? It is clearly giving like what command that we need to supply to take care of installation, upgrade, whatever, right? We can see it. Pi -m whatever, right? So now this is one way, right? Now another way is what? Let's say here itself we can give what pip. Can you see here? Pip is not defined. Yeah, from the command line. So it's prompt actually. Now we can go here. So Python, then followed by. See, we are trying to get what do you call -m install package. -m here install. Yeah, yeah. Then followed by package name. Package name we've already got it from chatgpt, right? Connector, whatever, right? Yes or no? This one, MySQL connector, right? See here, now it is trying to collect and install. That's it, guys. This way we can get what install appropriate module to this existing Python package. So this is the first thing we need to do, or else we can directly ask for one single command also. Yeah. Now we have done it in a what you call indirect way, right? We can also ask for direct command. So direct command to download MySQL connector from the command line. You can say from command line. Yeah. So which means we can ask for what the question. See here, pip install MySQL connector -python. So we have given MySQL connector only, right? Now we can just change that. Yeah, under that. Yes. So earlier we have seen the code. From that we got the module that we installed. Now we install what? Complete module. Yeah, that's it, guys. Now the next question is what? We can just copy paste this code, which is this. Yeah, through file, right? We'll start with what? Without a file. Yeah. So we can ask for it. So generate write above code with no parameters from a file, right? Let's see whether it understand or whether it remembers or not. See, it is doing it for previous one, which is installer one. Yes or no? Now we can just ask it. It forgot already. Write a Python code. So what we can also specify previous to previous. That we can do it. Write a Python code to connect to MySQL. Yeah, MySQL database and insert. So we can also say insert sample data to. We'll give one what do you call that? Let us try to connect MySQL and see whether we have any what I call database schemas. If we already have it, we can just make use of it. Yeah, fine. So show databases, right? And see here, use some databases. Use let us say T, then show tables. There are some tables. Use T, yeah, and then yeah, and use use T database schema, yeah, and then create table sample table you can put. So now we are trying to extend create sample table with sample data in it. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. See whether it is performed of what we have asked for it. Let us see the code. Yeah. So first thing what we asked for. So connect is connected. That is done. Then we asked for create a table. Yes or no? After connection, right? We asked for to create a table which is a sample table. That is done. Inserted sample data. That's also done. Then fetch the data. We asked only three questions. It performed. Right? Now, what we need to do? We can just copy this code and then supply what inputs like host name, all that we'll see. Yeah. Let's copy this over here. Yeah, and then save as, which is target, right? Yeah. So MySQL connector, then dot py. That's it. Yeah. Now let's go to command line. So now we can go to that location. I think we are already there, right? Yes, we are here. Yeah. Now we can just supply Python followed by C colon target slash MySQL. Fine. See, now we are going to get error because we have not supplied any connection details. Let us see that. Yeah. See, we got errors. Can you see, guys? So unknown, host name, and rest. Yeah. We have not supplied inputs. So now let us try to fix it. Yeah. So first host name is what? Yeah. So you can just, because our MySQL server is up and running in our local system, so we can supply localhost or 127.0.0.1. Then username, we have already logged in just now by supplying, let's say root is a user and password is also what? Root. And your database we are going to supply, which is let's say T. Yeah. Inside that it is going to create a table which we call sample table. Let us see that now. See here, guys, it is created table, inserted data, and we got the result also. Yes or no? So this way we could able to
Hi Narasimha, are you speaking? I'm not able to hear you.
Yeah, I too can't hear.
Poor network connection.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Suresh,
Yes.
Ravi, Pavan, can hear me, right? Yeah. I don't know when this connection got broken. So, but I hope you guys have understood this how to generate a code to talk to what database and get the data from that particular specified table. Yeah. So, is it clear to everyone, guys? Yeah. This way, we can talk to other application and pull the data from that application from Python, right? This is one example. So same way we can also perform with Salesforce or Amazon or whatever, any other applications. We just started with what? Database. Yeah. So clear guys to everyone in this? Any questions on this? Yeah. So because here we understood by supplying what I call four inputs over here: host name, username, password, all that. Yeah. Now let us try to extend this with a parameterization. Yeah. Now let us do that. We started with what? Hard coding, right? So usually we should not do that in real project, right? So let us try to convert this to reality. Yeah. So to do that, we can just go back to chatgpt, convert, yeah, above code to parameterized. Fine, that's it. Which means these parameters can happen from the command line or from a file or from database itself. Yeah. So anything can happen. Yeah. So now let us see. So now let's understand like what it is written. Can you see guys? These are the inputs that we need to supply from the command line. Yeah. So let us try to copy this code and then create. We'll just put save as MySQL connector one dot py with I'll put here underscore inputs. Yeah. So then enter, save it and paste it. See here now we can see these are not hard coded, right? Instead, when you run it, it should ask for the inputs. That's what we can see input function, right? Yes or no? So enter is a static string. These are the values that we supply: host name, username, password, all that. Yeah. Let us try to run and see what is it going to ask for. Yeah. So Python followed by, where do you have this code? Okay, C colon target followed by MySQL what connector underscore inputs. Correct, no? See here, it took what hard coded stuff because we did not save it. Now let us save it. See, it's asking for host name. Let us apply the host name. Second, username, which is root. Password, root. Database, T. See, we got the result. So that's it, guys. This way, we could able to what you call get this code parameterized. So now we can convert this to what? A file. Within a file, we are going to what you call supply these four values as input. Then this Python code should read those four parameters, host name, username, password, database, and start getting this data, like whatever we can see in the console output. Yeah. Let's ask for it. Yeah. So extend the yeah, above code to parameterize from a file to supply parameters meters from a flat file. Fine. Let us see that. Yes. Now it is generated code. Yeah. Now we can see here, like, can you see here parameters? So we need to add parameters, and like this we need to add it. Parameter name, parameter value, like name value pair, key value pair, code name, code value pair, whatever, right? Like whatever XML follows, right? Same way we need to follow in a text file to add parameters. Yeah. First, let us try to copy this code and create a new file. You can say save as. So we can say input or parameter or param file. Correct, no? Dot py. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. So let us apply this. Now copy and paste. Yeah. We copied pasted here, but we need to make sure that this particular yeah block of statements are there, because this is an operation where it's taking what file name as input. Now the question, how to create a parent file? For that also it has given the instructions in the bottom, like how to create it, right? So in this updated code, so we need to read parameters from flat file. So we need to create a parameter file with this format. We need to follow that. Now let's open the notepad and add parameters. Like first thing is what? Those names are there, right? We need to make sure that so these names are going to get matched, which is what? Host. Yeah. So name value pair, right? Host equal to, I'll just put here localhost. Then username, I'm just copying and pasting, which is equal to root. Then password, then supply password, which is again equal to root. Then next database, which is a schema, which is equal to T. Then save it. Save it. Let us save it what? Param. Param underscore MySQL. Right? That's it. Over. Now we can run this particular Python code. Yeah, where is that? This one. By supplying the parameter file name. So what is this name of the file we gave here? Hmm? Param file, right? Yes, MySQL connector. Yes, this one, right? Then supply, like if you try to enter here, see it's asking for previous one. It is not saved. So we need to save this here. So now let's come out from this and run it again. Can you see, guys? Now it is asking for enter name of the file containing connection parameters. Yeah. So can you see here? This is going to be the file name, first one, right? Then the control will be sent to this particular function where it is taken care to read, open the file, read all the lines from this particular raw param file. Yeah. So this one, right? Now let us try to supply the file name, which is what? Param underscore MySQL. Yeah, param underscore mysql dot txt. See, so what is the problem here? So there is a problem here. So now no such file or directory. Param underscore mysql. So we need to supply underscore mysql dot txt. So param underscore mysql dot txt. It is not taking that file. Yeah. So file name it is not picked up, guys. So we need to give, let's say, absolute path. Yeah. It should take actually. Okay. Now let us give absolute path and file name. Target slash. What is the param file name? Param underscore mysql dot txt. See, it picked up. So which means we are running the program in which location, guys? Here. But we are supplying the parameter file in target. So if you supply direct file name, right, it doesn't understand uh, this file, right? Because it expect, if it's a current directory, it expects the file in this location. Yeah. For example, if you want this to work, right? So we need to place this particular param file in that location. So go to C drive, target, yeah, then param mysql, and go to that location. Which location is that? This one, right? So wherever we have it, right? So go to this open location is not there. Huh? Fine, let's copy this then. Okay. So now let's copy paste. So it will go there. Yeah. Fine. We are here. Now we can copy that file here, which is param mysql. Go back and paste it here. Right now we pasted here. Now we can supply that as input to this file. So now we are running, right? We can supply the param file name, param underscore mysql. See, now it's working. So which means if the file is available in the local directory, then we can directly supply the file name as input. Or in case if you are, let's say we have, if you have placed file in some other location, then we need to supply absolute path and file name. So this is going to be the absolute path where we got this particular file. After that, we could able to see the result. Yeah. So this way, we could able to what fine tune our code in an incremental manner so that we can reach the end expectation from the customer. Clear, guys? I hope all of you could able to hear me, right? Gayatri, Pavan, Ramesh, Ravi, Suresh. Yeah. So any questions from anybody? It's very simple, guys. Provided you need to understand like the customer expectation. Based on that, we need to start formulating the questions. Yeah? We should come closer to the asking questions as specific as possible. If not, start creating a generic question, then derive the specific question or questions out of it. Yeah? But once you start what you call building these inputs, right, we can build a complete set of lines as input to the chat gpt so that it could able to produce the result based on what your input could be a single word or single character, multiple words, multiple statements, multiple pages, multiple pages with the images or whatever. Remember, guys, for now, what we did was we have just supplied one sentence or multiple sentences as input in order to get closer to the solution. Here what we did was we have just created we just applied incremental approach to reach our destination, which is get the result from MySQL code based on param file. That's it. This way, we could able to make what? Generic code, guys. First one we hard coded. Second, we have just supplied from command line. Third, we could able to parameterize from a flat file. Yeah. So that's it. Now the question, can we also make it possible to do it by using XML? We can also ask for it. Yeah, it will just generate a code. Why we are trying to ask for it? Because if you look at in the current market, you know, so most of the applications they would try to make use of international accepted format. And what is the format that we use so that we will not get to see any platform specific issues like Windows, Macintosh, or any Unix flavor, right? So you'll have some problems if you deal with what? A flat file. So in such cases, what need to be done? We need to what you call get into this international accepted format so that if you place this file any platform, we should never get into what? Any platform issues. To get there, we can ask ChatGPT to generate extend the above code which will be used to refer XML file, yeah, XML as param file, yeah, parameter file instead of what? Flat file. Yeah. Yeah, this is how evaluation happened, right? In the sense, initially people have built a solution by using what? Simple flat files. After that, people have migrated from what? Flat file to XML. Yeah. Now, can you see, guys? The code got changed from by the way we read the data from a flat file, which differs from reading the data from an XML file. Now, the question: do we need to what? Install any other extra modules? Can you see, guys? Because XML is a separate medium. Yes or no? It has got its own specification. We all know that. To get there, we need to make sure that this particular module got installed. If you already have it, we don't need to install it. Yeah. So if not, we need to get it installed. We know how to install it by using PIP. We have done it today only, right? Now let us see. Yeah. Probably we'll try to do it on tomorrow's session. After that, we will start getting into what? New topic, guys. Yeah. Because I think Python, we understood basic elementary things and intermediate things and bit of advanced stuff today. Because today we talked about like how to talk to the external application, which is database application, from where we could able to pull the data, right? So with parameter, without parameters, with XML we have not done it. That's very easiest part, it's not complex. Yeah. So this way we can go with what? Incremental approach. But if you are sure about the what you call the input text, which is specific of what is required for the business, in one line itself we can supply, or multiple lines we can supply as an input and get the uh, code in one go rather than what? Incremental manner. So that we are going to do in tomorrow's session. Until now, if you have any questions, you can shoot out. Because why we are trying to understand this? Because if you look at this information management products like IBM stuff or Informatica or Talent or Pentaho, or there are multiple information management products, right? Yes or no? All of them have evolved like what we have written the code today. Initially, they started with the hard coding, their parameters from command line, then their parameters from a flat file, then they extended that to what? XML. Whatever evolution happened for all the IM tools, similar things. I've just shown it by using this particular Python code. Now the next question is what? How are you going to club all of them and generate a code in one go and see whether we are going to get the solution of what we expect or not? We will get it anyway, but we are going to see it. And after that, we will talk about how existing IM products have been built. So, did they follow Python or Java, Java with a Python, Java and Python, or Java with C++, or Java alone, or Java with Java with some database, whatever, right? So we can think of multiple permutations and combinations to build any product. So that we are going to see on tomorrow. And once you understand that, we'll try to stick to that particular whatever existing warehousing tools are going to follow. Then we'll try to apply that by using chatgpt and see whether we are going to get the result of what we expect or not on tomorrow's session. Fine. So that's a plan for tomorrow, guys. Till now, if you have any questions, you can start shooting out those questions. Yeah. Yeah. So if there are no questions, we'll stop here, guys. We'll continue from here tomorrow. Yeah. So thanks to all and bye.